My name is Monica Knuckles, and this is a field test demo for the Twitter-owned broadcast streaming app Periscope. My doctoral student group partners, Mandeep Kaur, Mwayungu, and Vincent Banion, tested this app as it was mentioned on the 2015 Horizon Report as one of the emerging tools that was relevant for teaching, learning, and creative inquiry. So, as inquiring minds want to know, we wanted to find out whether this tool would be useful in our own educational environments. So I'm going to show you a few basics of Periscope. This is my Periscope already logged into Twitter. And before you can start anything, you need to have a Twitter account because it works in conjunction with that. And this is a home screen. Now, up here it's got this, there's some features that can come down that you can make the screen be side by side with your phone. So the reason you're seeing my screen on the laptop is the fact that I'm using this other app that we incorporated with it, and it's called SideSync 3.0. But there are other apps similar to it that basically project your phone screen onto the laptop screen. So that really makes it better because what we found was that holding the phone while trying to broadcast tends to let you lose video quality because you got to keep it steady, and also the comments that are scrolling across the screen are kind of hard to read that way and really respond to people as you're talking to them. So I've mounted the phone on my laptop, and I projected the screen onto the laptop, which makes it a lot easier. What I'm going to do now is come over here. This is a Wi-Fi thing where you can enable this to be a mobile hotspot. I haven't practiced using that one. Okay, close that out. And then this one here will expand the screen, which I'm going to do so hopefully you can see things better. Now, over here are the same features again, but they're all lined up. You can rotate the screen. That's like if you have a laptop, not a laptop, a tablet, and you want it to be horizontal, you can change the way that the camera is viewing you horizontally or vertically. Okay, so those are your features, and you can get into those yourself when you get in and try. So up here we have the first thing it says is no one you are following is live. That means none of the people that I usually follow are broadcasting at this time. But down here you're going to see some videos. That's because this is a gallery and it stores videos that you've made and it stores videos that the people you followed have made. So there's a few in there. These are not live, these are recordings, and those what they call replays. And those replays are only live for 24 hours. But what it does, it has a great feature in settings where you can automatically save the recording. So every broadcast you do will automatically be saved into your gallery on your phone. So then you can retrieve them at any time and make YouTube videos out of them or whatever you want to do. So up here, this icon is for the home screen, the one with the TV and the antenna. This one is the little world. That's going to show you all of the people globally that are broadcasting. And so if you see something you like, this particular broadcast has 105 viewers and this one's 65. So if there's something that you want to view, you can click that. And then I'm going to go back to the home screen. This button is going to show me all my followers. Those are people who I follow who may be broadcasting at the time, and I can add people to this list as well. Back to the home screen, and I'm going to go directly into the broadcast. I'm going to show you how to make a broadcast that's private because you might want to just practice, which I've done a lot of on here, and you don't want anyone else to see you or you don't want anyone else to chime in and comment. So you can make it private, or you can just invite certain students. You can invite the whole class, that type of thing. That's a good feature that we found on here. So this is the broadcast button. I'm going to click that. Now, it's going to give me a place to put a title. I'm going to put a simple title, K-I-T-E, kite. Now, you want to use a better title, though, a title that's going to be catchy. That's if you want to broadcast this. If you're using it for branding or something like that, you would want to put a really decent title in there. You've got two features, public and private. It's public right now by default, but I can make it private. Before I do that, I'm going to show you these icons. The Twitter one, bird, is very important because you can make this private, but every time you make a broadcast, it goes on to the Twitter, the regular Twitter stream. So if the person doesn't even have to have Periscope to be able to view you. If they're following you, they're going to see the notification that you're live. And so they can watch. People can't chat with you. They can't send comments unless they're one of your followers, which you can control with this second button that I'm going to tell you about in the middle. But you need to make sure that this one, I'm going to click it. It says turn Twitter post on. So it was off. I don't want it on because I don't want anyone else. I don't want it to be posted on Twitter. So I'm going to click it again. Twitter post off. Now this second button in the middle can enable or disable chat. So if you disable that, then even the people who can watch you can't come in and enter your chat. They can't send messages to you on your chat. This button, let me see where I left that. I left it at everybody can chat. I'm going to take that off. Users only you follow can chat. Now here, this is a location button, just like on your phone. If you want everybody to know you're broadcasting from Chicago, you would use that button. I'm going to turn it off, precise off. Okay, following off. Now, start broadcast is next. Oops, no, private. I want to make this private first. When I push the private button, it's going to show me people that I follow and who are following me, and I can click any one of those people and invite them to this private broadcast. So if you don't have any names in there, which as you first start out you won't, you want to come up here to the search button and you want to type in a name that you want to follow, someone you want to follow in your list. It will search it and put it down here. Now when I click this, I'm going to click Rose, one of my partners, and I'm going to make this private. That's going to come, a blue bar is going to come down here, make private one, and it has the one person. Click it. Now it's initializing the video, it's getting ready, and all I have to do is click start broadcast, and I'm ready to start the broadcast. Now I'm going to double click this really quick because, hi, there I am. I double clicked it because what it does is it shows you the first image that the camera sees when it opens, which is now the back of the mount that I have the phone on. So you have to switch the camera around. And that feature is over here too, where you can rotate the camera around. But the thing they need to work on, I think, with this is making that where you can control that thumbnail, the first image that's seen, because that first image is what is beside your post. So when people go on, they see your post that you posted something live, but they see the first image, which would be the black screen from my camera being faced the other way. So I think that's a feature they need to kind of work on. But that's basically how you do a private broadcast. And one thing I want to tell you, might want to keep in mind is that where you're looking, because when I first started, I was using the webcam camera that was recording me. So I was looking in the webcam camera so I don't look like I'm looking to the left and the camera's over here. So I'm looking, it's recording me now from my phone, so I need to be looking there so that the eye contact can look better. It's just about the production quality, and that's something that you can work on. So I'm going to, down here, as you see at the bottom, it shows 0 viewers, which is exactly what I want. Over here in this corner, it's going to show scrolls of people who are commenting. So you can read as you're talking, you can read what people are saying. They may be asking you questions, and you can answer them in real time immediately. So that's a good feature if that's what you need for the moment. And little hearts are going to be popping up all over here as people click that. All you have to do to make those hearts, they indicate how that people like what they're viewing. And you just click on the screen and it'll do it. And the more you click, the more hearts you yourself will make. So those are good for branding and things like that. So I'm going to come out of this, and first I got to minimize the screen again. There we go. And we're back to small. So another thing I would like to tell you quick before I close out is that we also used another app. We used Skype in conjunction with the two that we're using now. And that was helpful in that we could see each other on the Skype screen, share the screen, and then also see what's going on Periscope. The problem again with iOS is that iOS doesn't support the Skype well. So you can only see one person at a time, because as soon as you enter, someone else enters the video chat, then the other people disappear. So I'm not sure why iOS is not working so well with some of these other apps, but the more apps I think that work in conjunction with Periscope, the better the experience you'll get, and the more usefulness and productivity you can get out of it. So the three apps that we used were Skype, SideSync, and Periscope, and I think we got a much better experience out of it. I hope that was helpful to you, and we'll include some screenshots and things of how we set this up in our discussion posts. Thank you very much, and you all have a great day.